Hello, welcome to my shop. My name is Bob Silkensen, and today I wanted to try to explain a problem I have quite often, and I've heard that other people have the same problem. And there's been many solutions I've tried, some better than others. Some people seem to think one way is much better than the other. And the problem I'm talking about is making a funnel for a bowl. This particular one, I tried to fill it with some clear epoxy. I didn't really like the way that looked and wasn't sure. But I've had lots of different bowls like this, and it always seems to be when I'm doing a recess instead of a tendon. Because the recess, when you're making the bowl part, I'm just guessing where the end is. And I want to talk about how that you don't really have to guess. How many of you worked on a nice bowl and then ended up with this perfect little 1 3/4 inch diameter piece of wood or something in the bottom? This particular one I happen to fill with crushed stone and CA glue, but this insert, this chunk of looks like Purple Heart that I kind of stuck up in that hole, really kind of detracts from it. And if you're a woodworker and you see a piece like that, and you see that little hole, that little circle down the bottom, you know right away what happened. And so the object is to find a way to guarantee that you don't do that. Most of us, when we're working on a bowl, going down and working on a bowl, we do it this way. We stick our finger in there, kind of look at it, and then you put it up here and go, well, let's see, I got about 3/4, maybe an inch. Hold it, no, my thumb's the wrong place. Nope, that's about 1/2 inch. But hold it, if I move my head, anyhow, it's a guess at best. But that's the way most of us do it. Or maybe you take 2 of them and kind of line it up this way, and then go over here. Oh, no, that's still guessing too. So there's lots of different guess methods. I think the best one I've seen is this stick with a dowel in it. And there's 2 ways to do this. Is you can stick it in there, push it up tight against the face of the bowl, and then put what's remaining of the flat part up there. Now I can see almost exactly where that bottom of that bowl is. I've got a very good idea. But the problem comes in, what if you have a bowl with really a taper to it? Again, I'd be doing one of these things. Let's see, do I go this way? Because if you just look from what your bed weighs up to that and line it up and then change your eyes and look at it from the other eye, all of a sudden you're 1 inch out. And that's just from looking at your eyes, a thing called parallax. The other way that I've seen people use this dowel and stick is that you put it on here before you turn the inside, and most of them are more adjustable than this one is, but you turn it down to, all right, now I can line up the base of the bowl where the top of my jaws are. That's what we want, is we want to know where the top of those jaws are. And we line that up there. That's lined up with that. And now when I put that in there, I can see I've got almost 1 inch before I hit. But then again, the bowl's not square. So maybe that's not such a great idea. What if I was doing a natural edge bowl and I'm guessing at which edges I'm trying to hit? Again, it's a guess. And I've even messed up several bowls this way. So what I ended up doing is buying a contraption from Woodwork Wonders. And what that contraption is attached to my lathe right down here. Let me set this thing down. So I've got this articulating arm thing right down here. And you can see it's just a articulating arm. This part doesn't go up and down. It's clamped to the side of the bedways, and then it's clamped, this reticulating arm is clamped to this bar. So I can set this bar wherever I want, and then I'll come up here with this adjustable arm, and I'll put that in there. And you know what, this is set for my other chuck, but I'm going to change it. So I push this up there to where it just touches the top of those jaws. It's a little off still. There we go. Just touches the top of those jaws. Now I can put it out of the way. And I turn and I can do whatever I want. I put my bowl back on. This is a twice turn bowl, so I've rough turned it once. It's about a good 3/4 of an inch thick. As you can see, it's a little wobbly, a little wanky. So what I'll do is pull up my articulating arm, pull back this little bar, put it up in there, and push it to the bottom. Now that distance between this stop and this bar is exactly the distance between the base of the bowl and top of my jaws. Even if I was doing a recess, I now have the exact distance to the bottom of the bowl to those jaws, no matter what. I can pull that, get it out of the way, finish turning, come back, check it again. If I'm getting too close on the side, maybe I'm doing a little bit more of a square bowl, you can check anywhere in the depth. You can check over here at the side. Well, you really don't care if you're off from the jaws, but right there where the jaws are sticking out the most, I know that exact distance. And I have yet to go through a bowl when I have this thing attached, as long as I remember to set this gauge before I mount the bowl. So I have set this to this chuck right now, but if I put on another bowl, it's a different chuck. Now, I can tell that this thing now is down into these jaws a little bit too far. So I should take this bowl off, readjust this arm to fit these chuck. I even have another chuck over there that's got a different distance. So every time I change chucks, I have to start and adjust this thing first. Another thing that's nice about this, comes from Wood Turning Wonders. This clamps to the side, and you can see it's got, I guess you can see it, there's a little flat base over here. How many of you have these little magnetic lights? And you're all the time moving around, attaching them to your bedways. Well, this thing comes with a platform. Turn that on, and now I got a place that's out of the way of my tailstock and out of the way of my turning. I can turn that light way over there to get inside. So there's a whole number of accessories, I guess you could say, that go with this clamp. And so you go to Wood Turning Wonders, this bar and this articulating arm, I think was about 60 bucks. I don't mean to be a commercial for them, but this is the first thing I've found that's that has kept me so far from going through the bottom of another bowl. So I thought I'd just stick that out there. Short little video. If you want to try it, you can call them up, or you can make yourself one of these. If you don't have one of these, this works great. I know a lot of wood turners that for 15 cents you can make one of these, and as long as you are good about guessing where you're up and down, maybe you put something flat on the bed to stick up to where you can go, something like a square, but that's also a good way to do it. So I thought I'd throw that in there and let you know what I'm doing. Thank you.